Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We're on road to Kharkov. Today's pointing in the south, we've got the first is playing with US forces, locking into infantry immediately. BuffGoff with the Brits, going for Royal Engineer immediately. From the north, we've got Vanguard of Iron Cross with OKW, Grand Defensive locked in, and greenskinboyz with Elite Armored for OKW also. In terms of rankings,
ready for use.
I'm up here. Where did I? There they are. BuffGoff, he's around 180. First is 9, rank 9 currently. Vanguard 15 and Orc-Boys last known rank 1 month ago was 27. Replays from back late April. So it's 6 months old-ish. Alright, universal carrier.
Universal carrier ready for the off. Taking fire.
Really trucks, so I'm going to go for a 2-2-1 I imagine, but does of course struggle against the UC once it gets that Vickers. Does manage to complete the sandbags, that's good for BuffGoff. Decent idea blobbing up here so that anytime UC comes forward it can take a big volley from the entire army. Got some sappers and then a Vickers coming in as well for BuffGoff. I mean, against this blobbing player, Vickers should be pretty good. And yeah, the 2-2-1 is in the build for Greenskin. Poking and prodding, both players hoping to take the engagement with superior cover. So here comes a bit of a move down onto the cutoff. I've been reasonably well positioned to handle this. Could even have been a time to activate volley fire on the Sternpires before they started getting close there. And he's going to pull all the way back here. Try to get this heavy cover position. I'll prevent the wire off there. And yep, the Sternpires do interrupt that. Taking too much damage. UC's coming down now. It's going to have its rear arm exposed to the 2-2-1. Sapper's backing away though, so they can threaten the snare. In fact, actually he doesn't have munitions for that because he has upgraded the Wasp. And now that is in major trouble. Very low. I would not be going for a Wasp if I saw the 2-2-1 on the field. I will cancel that and switch to the Vickers immediately. That's a big mistake. Oh, no chase down from the 2-2-1. Should have been able to get the kill in. See Vanguard coming in for a bit of a push there, getting those riflemen out of cover and maybe disrupting the retreat path of that rifle squad. They ran all the way down here and then they switched back up to here and then they died. Unfortunate there for the first is, and that's a good start for the Axis in the end. Because now isolated. A decent burst off, but now flanked. Oh, he's going to try to reset up. This is really bad play. He'll be lucky to escape with this. 2-2-1's going to stay on him. Should be chasing with these squads as well. Oh, I have to reload though. Quite a long reload. The Wasp is coming up. I'm just going to try to do some flame damage to the 2-2-1. I don't know what the penetration is on the flamethrower for the Wasp. I'll be able to recover the Vickers at least. I thought the Vickers was going to get decrewed up here, but that reload did save it.
Trying to take a point from us. There's an officer
And
awaiting
could
orders.
cycle through the building and get a snare off here. Not even going to do that. Just going to run around the corner. Does have the 223 upgrade, so more heavily armored, more health. threaten a Faust here. In fact, no dodge from BuffGoff. I need to go and take one Faust though. Still alive at least. Get some repairs. Okay, a mortar half track. Imagine, you know, once the M1919s come online, it's going to help out a lot. But they're not quite there yet. Still half command point away.
Heads up. Mechanized mortar carrier
Hit
is
this
now
on
ready for
barrage. It was a
action.
bit slow taking it off barrage as the units moved away, but ooh, it's a great hit there. Ooh, kind of ran out of cover.
Now on the line.
So it ends up retreating from that. If they didn't run out of cover, just sat in cover, soaked the grenade in the heavy cover, would have been able to continue down and force off the stern power, get the fuel regathered. I suppose back the other side though, they don't have this fuel, the Axis themselves, even though it's not connected for the Allies right now, so maybe a more even split on the map than it initially appears to be. This is a very forward battle group for Vanguard. Could backfire on them. Sometimes the Axis do spend more time fighting on this side of the map, so having a battle group over here might mean his teammate's not there to help him if he gets in trouble. And here we go, we've got M1919, the first rifleman. See one on the lieutenant as well. Yeah, it looks like it. I think I'd probably put it on the rear echelon before the lieutenant, personally. Oh wow, that's a... Okay, I mean it's decently timed flak half track. Maybe a touch on the late side, and this is why you want your lieutenant not to have the M1919, because you're probably going to try use it. There's a good chance you'll try use it for anti-tank. Ooh! Oh, he's really lucky to get away with that. And in that case, you know, you want it to not be tying up all your munitions on a weapon that can't be used when firing on the move, like often these handheld anti-tank weapons are in motion. We managed to complete the cap there though.
The capture point is under attack.
And Stuart is in the build as well, so it's going to be a good counter. We don't see any anti-tank at the moment for Vanguard, so could get caught a little bit off guard. There's a healing up on that. Oh wow, a Bofors up here. I didn't even notice it being constructed, but it's gonna completely lock down the fuel and the muni. UC does end up getting chased down and polished off there. It's the Raketin combining up with the 221. Abandoned though. Gonna jump back in it. Before getting to work there again. And here comes the Stuart. Flak in a slightly compromised position. Stuart doesn't drive all the way in though. Gonna take a snare. I mean, we can see that it was safe to do so, just go in there and completely knock it out, but the first was not that confident, worried about a Raketin. Okay, didn't manage to repair this up enough, so it dies to another sprinkling of damage from the 223. Probably saw it with the signal relay out the back there. Decided to rush forwards and finish it off. The squad's out to the side here, suppressed. Trying to crawl around.
Our supply line's broken.
The squad that's very low on health should probably just retreat though. Just a waste of manpower really.
Ready. Send orders.
Stuart repaired back up. Flak still getting repaired.
Enemy infantry. Ready
Okay,
for
it's going to
action.
be a Schwer on the cutoff. Because, and the squad eventually do get forced away with the 221 coming back in. See, Greenskin has a huge amount of manpower. You're kind of one squad down at this stage. It's quite fewer than you expect, and maybe he's going to be able to invest that into like double overs or something. On top of that, I imagine he has very low bleed. Yeah, look at that, 22 for 8. He's doing extremely well in that department. Second mortar half-track picked up by the first is. And double mortar half-tracks, I think I'm a fan. Oh. Coming on to pressure the Bofors, but gets a little bit too close, and the Raketten's actually maybe going to get decrewed. So officer assisting in that. Meanwhile, bazooka drops. Doesn't look like the lieutenant died though, just the double weapons. Doesn't look like he's going to pick it up with the Panzer Fusilier, which is interesting. I think he'd be perfectly fine on a Fusilier. More of a long-range squad with their regular rifles. Stewart backing away after taking another Raketten shot. We've got double mortar half-tracks there. Captain side tech as well from the first is. Flares up, trying to Raketten down that from long range, but the smoke out. The double mortar half-track should be able to protect it. Captain's going to come through to recover the bazooka. I think the captain does also get a rate of fire bonus on the bazooka. A reload bonus with vet. Both officers do. So these are alright bazooka wielding squad, and now the lieutenant, I suppose, more focused on long range. But he does have, still got the Thompson, not ideal. Oh, there we go, AT gun shot in. Flak half track getting very low. Raketten really wants to knock out that Bofors, but I think it's under too much pressure from the LMGs, from the mortar half tracks. Pushes that retreat way too late, ends up getting decrewed. So officer charging ahead, and yeah, it was indeed double overs. So getting in close, but also getting very low. 5-man now. Foster done for BuffGoff. He's coming in with the Stewart. Vanguard still doesn't have any form of anti-tank, by the way, only snares. Because he lost his Raketten. Didn't go for like a Sternpire Shrek. So yeah, US forces Raketten now, double anti-tank guns. First is. Double mortar half-tracks, making life very difficult for Vanguard. He does at least, have Fusiliers, they're good on the move. Mobile. Oh, officer ends up dying on the base doorstep there.
The enemy is reduced to 300 points.
Good stuff. All done over here.
Okay, he's rebuilding the Raketten. Schwer is coming out the back here. Not continuing with the aggression though from the mortars. Could maybe go for some double delayed fuse action and start nuking the truck, but he's not going for that. Going for the Bofors again. Mortar half tracks come in to assist. Needs some repairs on that. Needs probably the brace. Yep, there he goes. And does get that Raketten very low. Nearly decrews it, in fact. Oh boy, AT gun was right the way forwards. That gets decrewed and now stolen by Vanguard. And they're going to spin around and try fire on these mortar half tracks, I think. Stewart rolling forwards, takes a shot on the way in. Oh boy, that's going to go down. No, he decrews it fast enough. Vanguard's going to try to jump back on the gun here. Oh, it's a little bit slow. But the Stewart stopped driving away. Ends up going down to the flak half track. This got decrewed again. Didn't even get a shot off, but the flaky is what finished the job there. Probably with better Stewart handling, if he just kept driving backwards, he could have kept it alive, but stayed in place for a while there. Good idea pushing up with the Raketten here. He needs to jump on this gun though. There it goes. Ooh. Don't even have lost the Rakitten again there. And that's the power of the double mortars, you know, you can get those 1-2 punches going. Hard to react.
You're ready. Send orders.
Kind of like the mortar pit has built in with its double mortars, but in this case it's 2 mortar half tracks.
Crew, get ready.
Okay, he's popping off some phosphorus, but it's a little bit short of the mark. Or maybe it's just, oh, it is short. P4's coming down now. There are double anti-tank guns here though. Zuka actually connects there, doesn't throw a snare, didn't actually have munitions for it. That's what it was. It's gone for double brains now on these sections. But you can see they don't come in with a vet advantage because of how fast the tech up was. And the sections maybe not that effective in combat to this point. Hope for a 1-star vet advantage. Double AT guns here though. Panzer IV might be biting off more than it can chew. He's going to drop the artillery down on the 6-pounder, which is not going to dodge away from it, so that could get decrewed here.
We've lost an anti-tank gun.
And completely destroyed as well. Vanguard getting lucky again. Sternpire is extremely low. We've got a priest now. He's putting a siege down on that battle group. Scatters it, could even knock out the flak half track. He's dodging away now. But yeah, the M1919 is doing well against the G43 units. Kind of incentivizes them to have to close the distance. You dice them up on the way in, and of course you've got good long range power from the mortar half tracks as well. It's not quite in range there. He's got enough munis for a time on target. If you can get vision, you could probably knock out the HQ here. But he's playing very conservatively. He's got a forward mid truck back here. Or forward ambo. So he's not really pushing in. He had the opportunity right now to push in and knock this out, maybe even with the anti-tank guns, but he's not taking it. Maybe a little bit too conservative. There's the Panzer IV. I'm going to go for the mortar half tracks. Pop the AP rounds. The heat shells there, but don't know. I can't remember how much health this is. I think it's 240, right? So I don't think it would die to one shot with the heat rounds equipped. Meanwhile, Rakitten decrewed out the back here. And machine gun out. Second Panzer IV, this time for Vanguard of Iron Cross. And they're both pressuring, but so far the defense is good for the firsters. Allies are way behind on victory points, so I'll say that much. They have been a little bit too passive in that regard. I feel like the firsters could have been capping this multiple times. And so far BuffGoff maybe a little bit outmatched on his side. And then loses a section there, just charges into close range against the Ober, takes a grenade, no dodge. Yeah, it's not the best preservation, but things can turn around once that AVRE hits the field, you know? You don't have to be an absolute master to get some good value out of the AVRE. I mean, it helps if you're really sharp with the cancelling. It doesn't always have to be that way. Here up the both fours, but under some ISG fire. There's 4 mobilizing. The AT guns were quite far forwards. They're hoping for some flak damage, but managed to get it. Okay, Panzer IV's maybe going to try double team over here. Do have a Rakitten somewhat nearby though. Here comes the priest again, and right as Vanguard was trying to start repairs, he takes A big 1-2 punch. 1-2-3 in fact. Before he has to skate out of there. Does not have the forward retreat unlocked. So if he does lose it, that's just not super expensive. That additional manpower drain does have this capped, and now neutral on this side, but it's been capped by the Axis again, so guys are going to be back on the drain here shortly. HQ is nearly down though. If he did get vision on that with the time on target, he could knock it out. All he needs to do is just send one squad up there, and he could very easily do that. There's nothing stopping him. He's just blobbing everything together, playing defensively instead. It's not major tech yet. No. I could see the major was on the field, but I wasn't sure if he'd start the upgrade or not. Oh no, he fell into the noob trap, going for the Vickers K on the assault officer. Yuck. Well, it's not really a noob trap, is it? It's just a bug that unfortunately some people don't watch my videos and don't know about. Okay, there we go. The HQ is very low now. Gonna drop the time on target, and that's gonna go down. Seems like Greenskin's saving up for a King Tiger, getting close to it as well. He's under so little pressure on his side. Doesn't get away with anything. The BuffGoff1's got the AVRE now. Let's see if this can turn things around for him. AT guns, they're facing the wrong direction as well. He didn't retreat with them. So they have to spin around before they can fire. And accordingly that means they're not going to get a shot off there. And then could get a snare off. The AT guns are swarming forwards. P4 is getting in here. Oh, he's trying to get away, but I think maybe the ambo is going to go down as well. The mortar half-track's in trouble. Set up here. Does he have vision? Maybe not around the side of the building. But there we go, the Raketen over in this corner. Polishes this off, and now AT gun's going to spin around on the Panzer. Bounce. No. Oh, didn't use the take aim. Big mistake. Could have got another shot in there. Here comes the AVRE though. No retreat. Oh, late retreat. There goes the machine gun.
We're bleeding points like a stuffed pig. We're down to 50.
Okay, priest barraging away out the back. I think targeting the ISG. So close to that King Tiger now. Allies did take control during this phase. You can see army size wise they are way ahead now, but King Tiger could turn things around again. Vanguard himself has another truck out. Maybe he's going to go for another battle group in his base for healing. There we go. Another AVRE shell. Another team weapon white. Doesn't hang around to polish that off though. He's got a Raketen nearby. Could come through and completely destroy the weapon. See, the Greenskin doesn't actually have like a squad that he wants to crew that with at the moment though. He's got 2 overs up there. Very expensive. Not good weapon crew material. Okay, vehicle crew. Maybe they jumped out of the mortar half-track. Speaking of that mortar half-track, takes a Raketen shot there. Doesn't quite get in range. The sprint and good shot from the priest out the back. Gets that Raketen extremely low. Here's that King Tiger though. Oh, there's a 17-pounder. Just blasts it. Forces it back immediately. Through the AVRE. Go for the Raketen again. And again, it's one of those situations where you
Enemy
need
are
to
attacking an emplacement.
not retreat, you need to just right-click behind so that you don't go through that spinning around retreat animation. Jumps on the Rakitten, looking to steal it here. King Tiger stops that
One
from
of our
happening.
anti-tank guns is gone.
Rakitten has pushed all the way up here. Firing a bit of damage. Okay, some smoke out to cover the steel on this. And it looks like the priest now going to start working on that shred down
Emplacement is
there.
being attacked. Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our
Force
points.
getting low, but here come the reinforcements now. Triple anti-tank guns. He's gone for a second priest after losing one of those mortar half-tracks. Still hasn't rebuilt his ambulance though. He's at his pop cap limit now. I would not be using the AVRE on this low amount of health.
Enemy threatening
Asking
a
for
capture
trouble.
point.
King Tiger with the heat shells.
Ready
I
for
don't think we would
instructions.
one-shot it, but we'll definitely two-shot or one-shot with a snare probably. Too risky. King Tiger though, he's still out back with repairs for quite some time.
We lost a gun crew.
Shot from the priest there. And allies fighting back now with the indirect fire. And with the AVRE really taking control of the game again. Greenskin, okay, he's going for the walking Stuka. The IG got completely destroyed by one of the priests. Probably do with just like some, you know, maybe a Rakitten to support the KT. Maybe just a squad of Volksgrenadiers for snares and cannon fodder for capping. Vanguard has the Tiger just about available, or maybe save it for the King Tiger himself. There you go, the re-echelon. Jack half track getting pushed by the AT guns. Before he's blitzing in here, going for the mortar half track. A lot of AT guns here though, this could backfire on him. I'm shocked that he managed to get the final shot in. It looked like it was way out of range. Before getting away on one shot. King Tiger rolling up now as well. Bit of artillery drop down. It's at low. Wolf still standing though.
We're losing a capture point.
Here comes the AVRE again. 17 pounder got a couple big hits. King Tiger very low once again. Good mine. He went for a third squad of Obers. No cannon fodder for Greenskin. Kitting up there for grabs. Priest out the back, interrupts the repairs on the flak, it looks like. Comes the AVRE. Oh, good shot from the priest again. Where is priest going? Overshot the mark a little bit there. Oh, did he friendly fire his own sternpire there? No, it just looked like it. Anyway, the priest kills, we got 8 and we got 10. I'm doing well though, I feel. Just got to slow repairs down the King Tiger, though we could get the repair upgrade on the mechanized truck. We see Vanguard does have that on his. Making use of it currently. Oh, and there we go, double AT guns roll up, the flak does finally fall. And all of a sudden, you know, the Axis suffering triple caps for extended periods of major trouble. If this was a ranged team, a time on Tiger, he would probably finish that off. Or he's got a bit of road here to back away with. And there we go, 17 pounder kicks in. King Tiger's going to sit here. Oh. Oh, he bounces the kill, but maybe one more Raketin. Yes, and the King Tiger goes down. Greenskin losing that KT. Extending a little bit too far into that 17 pounder. Now he's going to try knock this out.
We've lost an anti-tank gun.
The AT guns, but maybe the Allies don't have enough infantry presence through the middle to really make that work. Before blitzing in here, got to find one of the priests. He's still going. He's got a good hit of speed up going down that road. Second priest in some trouble now. This is the problem when you only have anti-tank guns. They cannot rotate fast enough to deal with a threat like this. And the Allies literally have no other form of anti-tank. They got snares and they got AT guns. That's it. They've got one bazooka maybe. That's up here. So that was very successful. Knocked out a rifleman back at base as well. Huge dive, big results. And now look at this. Down, he was at his PopCap limit, remember? Not too long ago. Now down to 46. Okay, well this is a major problem for the Allies right now. AVRE out for repairs. 17 pounder getting pushed. AT guns coming in from the side. This is Vanguard's King Tiger. Drops time on target in the area just to get a bit of breathing room, but this could still go down. The Raketin's still there. Where's he going with that Raketin though? Did he have his vision blocked by this tree? Yeah, again, tried to retreat instead of just right-clicking behind, and that turning around time is lethal against the AVRE. Cannot afford that turnaround time. But while this is on cooldown, it does not have a good answer to these overs. Allies are on the drain during this time as well. They got this point down the side, but they are trying to cap over here. Stop the clock maybe at 25. No. Oh, he retreated. The major wasn't quite in the capture circle. Lost himself some progress. AVRE's come forward again, walking Stuka. Looks like an engineer did go down back there. And there we go. Neutral. AVRE rolling in. Okay, AVRE's going to go for a shot on the Shreya. Second walking Stuka actually from Greenskin, I didn't notice that. So it's got 0 kills though. This is low, not quite down yet. I personally don't think I'll be using that on the Shreya because every time the AVRE's on cooldown, they just have no answer to the infantry, the Allies at the moment. Or specifically BuffGoff. Major does end up falling to that. AVRE does combine up with the Raketin though, get the job done eventually. Quick to polish off that decrewed AT gun. See, switch over to a Scott now, but probably needed to go for a Jackson. This King Tiger is a lot of trouble right now. Still pressuring up here though, gonna knock out one of the mechanized trucks. Greenskin loses that. Didn't ever go for that repair upgrade though on it, so not too bad. We still haven't seen, like, I don't think any anti-tank gun abilities activated. No take aim, no AP rounds ever. Okay, here he goes finally, activating AP rounds. But he's kind of smoked the area out. Good AVRE shell from the side, combining up. Slightly off target though with the attack rounds. Close call though.
A capture point is under attack.
221 lucky to survive that. Stuka way off the mark again. Oh, the Kitten's in some trouble. They do knock out the 221 though. Maybe I'm re-rolling up. Boba's got to be careful. Yeah, you got to be very crafty to avoid getting wiped in a situation like that. Now Beaufort's covering the middle as well. It's actually probably a pretty good idea. Triple Beauforts. That'll definitely shut down the overs. So Greenskin now going to go for double Raketans. But yeah, his options are severely limited. Now that he's lost this, he can't build a Jagdpanzer to try counter the AVRE. It's making things difficult. AVRE rolling up. Playing evasively here. King Tiger rotating as well. Doesn't want to go much further forwards though, because that is the line of the 17-pounder. He's aware of it, he backs off. 153 now for the Axis. The Allies mounting a massive comeback. They're doing well here. Oh, here we go, Jackson. Excuse me, commanding up with the AVRE. He's coming down the road, he's got some pace. Got to be able to stun it pretty good, but the Jackson getting cold feet, backing away. Wouldn't have been able to get the kill here, but probably got, you know, like another 2 shots on. Drop the flame mortar support out the back there as well. Allies going to try to set up the triple cap yet again. Over LMG up for grabs. Double LMG rifleman now. Drive forwards onto the repair truck. So this AT gun going to come up for some shots on the Schwer down here. Just building a fresh Panzer IV, walking Stuka. A lot of rockets connecting with the trees, but still good enough to knock out the Vickers. And Raketin not quite able to knock out the AVRE. That's a very close call though, lucky break. 42 kills on that, by the way. He's only missed once out of all of his shots. Okay, Jackson speeding down the road. 2 walking Stukas out the back here. Finds one. Panzer IV coming around the corner. Oh, but doesn't switch targets. Oh, that got abandoned. Had to fire a second shot on it. Ends up being a bad trade because of that. Double Raketans all the way forwards here. Oh, and they knock out the walking Stuka from the other side. Will they escape alive though? The double overs hounding them. One goes down.
One of our anti-tank guns
The other one does survive, and he's got the Vickers there, but oh wow, really good suppression. Good negative cover there, I think. Oh no, though, that's bad news. AT gun down.
Enemy down to
And
75
Rembe
points.
just threw away his Jackson, so he doesn't really have an answer to this Panzer IV. Helps the time on target, but it's not very good. And now no anti-tank at all for the first is. Yeah, I think given what the walking Stukas were doing, knocking them out with the Jackson dive just wasn't really that important. Great shot there, AVRE. Didn't get a clean full 400 damage, but about half that. Starts the P4 in place. Doesn't quite have the fuel for a Jackson. Got flame mortar support down here. Might be able to get the neutralize off. The Scott out the back. Rifleman threatening the snare, so the Panzer IV has to back away. AVRE's going to come back in, but here triple Raketans. Doesn't want to sit in front of that for too long, even with the AVRE's sturdy armor. Backs away there. And Scott popping off some smoke. Lieutenant does fall. Going for the capture here. 48 points left for the Axis. They're getting desperate now themselves. AVRE's coming back in. The kittens have turned around here. Coming in with the AVRE, but the King Tiger's right here. Bit of smoke. Shutting things down. It's a bit of pace up down that road. Oh, now he's in trouble. Raketen spin around. Ubers go down over here for Vanguard. But this could be the end of the AVRE. Yeah, he gets caught on his own Raketen and it goes down.
We are now down to 25 points.
O4's locking down that side though. Triple cap. And the Axis don't have anything to do here. They don't have any infantry forwards at this stage. Don't think they're going to be able to reverse this. Kitten goes down. BuffGoff going to call the GG.
They only have 10 points
And
remaining.
I think he's right.
Tank destroyer is ready for action.
Yep. There we go. Triple cap. No infantry nearby. That's the GG. Well, it was a shaky start for the Allies, especially on BuffGoff's side. Just too many easy squad wipes to things like grenades. Avoidable situations. Cost them a lot of territory down that side. I'd say that if the Firsters did pretty well to hold on his side. You know, he did get double teamed quite a few times by both the Axis coming down this side. But then BuffGoff, I think, making a pretty good choice, just going for a Bofors, which Axis got close to knocking out a few times, never quite managed to close the show on it. And then building the 17-pounder AVRE, and that was a complete turnaround. I think, you know, that's a composition that is maybe easier to play. So if you're outranked in terms of, and you're outskilled, playing like an easier composition like that can allow you to compete and allow them to do pretty well in this game. The AVRE, a wipe machine, got so many kills. Ended up doing very well. And yeah, they sieged down a couple of those OKW trucks, which were very far forwards. As I was as I was worried about Vanguard having this up here, it did allow them some good control early on, but once that priest hit the field with the time on target combined up, knocked this out real fast. Could have knocked it out way earlier. You know, I was talking about how early he could have knocked out if he just ran forwards to scout and could have artilleried it down. But yeah, there we go. Good turnaround from the Allies after a shaky one. They're down to what was about 50 versus 450-ish points, I think. And complete turnaround. Greenskin losing that King Tiger was a huge blow. Never really recovered from that. I think going for double walking Stuka, a very bad choice. While he still had that Schwer up, should have gone for something else. Pretty close to another King Tiger at the end here, but not quite able to save for that. Also, you know, the insistence of just spamming obers. I mean, they're good, but what are they going to do against, you know, Bofors and the AVRE? Feels like, you know, they can chop through the engineers fast, but they're pretty cheap to reinforce anyway. It's not a huge deal. Yeah. Oh, well, GG. Yeah, good turnaround by the Allies. Well played. Anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like a good game recast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.